This video is brought to you by Preparation H.
What's the Preparation H for?
It's for your rating.
Hey guys, welcome back to Minitwatch. Kurt here. It has been a liquid hot magma minute since I have made a video, and I'm sorry about that, guys. Life has been happening to me a lot. I have been a lot of lives. So many things going on in my life. I'm just so busy, but I have found the time to make this video, and I'm going to try to make more time. I just wish things would stop breaking, and I wish people didn't need me so much. And well, I don't wish that, but I like when people need me. But I just so much things going on. So I'm gonna try to make more videos. I have a really cool vintage watch behind me that I'm going to do an unboxing video for. Gotta find time to make that. Really cool. My first vintage watch. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, this is the Swatch MoonSwatch Mission to Uranus model. As some or most or all of you already know, there are various other colorways available, such as these. This particular one has a reference number SO33L100, and I'd like to thank my homie Mark over at Watchmark for letting me check it out and make a video. Thanks, Mark. Mage Preach. First, I like to address the strap. This is not the one that comes with it. Mark has lost the original Velcro strap, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. I like the look of this one much better. And by the way, this band is from a company called Perpetual Straps, and it costs $45 US. This watch is modeled after the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, as you probably already know, which costs a lot more. This MoonSwatch retails for $260 US, but because of availability, it is selling on the aftermarket from around $350 to $1,200 US. Crazy. Some guys are crazy. The Omega version retails for a nifty $6,300 to $6,600 US, depending on version. So yeah, big difference, but you get a vastly inferior yet fun timepiece with this Swatch version. By the way, and if you're wondering, Omega is part of the Swatch group, and this is why a watch like this can exist. And I'm glad that it does. I got a burp because that's what I do when I talk. I don't know why. False alarm. Anyway, let's scroll up on the tablet of justice here. Before we scroll up on the tablet of justice, let me put my old man glasses on here, and let's just zoom a little bit. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Glasses off. All right. So the case is made out of a bioceramic material, which is a hybrid of ceramic and a castor oil-based plastic. It is strong but soft to the touch, kind of like Uncle Jimmy. And the crystal is a super thin rice paper-like acrylic that feels like it would crack if I sneezed hard enough. It's real thin. If you tap it, it feels really, really thin. There is a cool little Easter egg on the crystal in the form of a tiny S, which is like Omega Speedmasters that use the Hezolite or acrylic crystal. Here's a picture. You see that little S? That's pretty cool. The Omega ones have an Omega logo on the center of theirs. Super rad. The bezel shows the tachymeter numberage, as this watch is a legitimate chronograph. The dial and hands are inspired by the Omega version, but with some noticeable differences, such as subdial placements and the choice in displayed numbers and labeling. I think it looks fantastic, and I really like the MoonSwatch logo. Let us zoomy McZoom hard. Right there. Maybe give me go harder. Give me go harder. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. This is a super zoomy McZoom. Love the MoonSwatch logo with the S in there. Speedmaster. The dials, the subdials. It looks pretty cool, and rightly so, because it is modeled after the original Speedmaster. Let's keep it right about there. Yeah. Let's keep it right about there. Moving on along with the tablet of justice, the hands are closely reminiscent of the original Super Loop. Oh, what? I had made a run-on sentence. The hands are closely reminiscent of the original. Super Luminova coats the indices and hands, but from my first impression, it isn't very bright. We'll check the lume later, guys. The movement swatch does not disclose what movement resides within this MoonSwatch or any of the MoonSwatches, but it is a quartz chronograph. Internet detectives have derived that the movement might be the ETA caliber G10. I'm gonna reset my brain. Caliber G10.212, and because it is a quartz, it'll be more accurate than most mechanical movements. True that. The non-screw-down center crown, gotta put my glasses back on, make sure it's in focus. The non-screw-down center crown, glasses back off, is signed with the Omega symbol plus S. That's pretty cool. The pushers are also not screwed down. Here is the chronograph in action. I'll bust out the chronograph in action. Let's just do that. And there you go. The chronograph is ticking away. And you can see the second hand ticking away. You can stop it, boop, and then boop. You can start it back up again and keep it going. And if you stop it again, you reset with bottom. And there you go, it resets. So cool. I love chronographs just for that. I love making them do the little things. And what else? Swatch raced this model with the water resistance of 3 bar or 30 meters, which isn't very much. Accidental splashies are okay, but I wouldn't go diving with it. I have taken a Seiko 5, which has the same water resistance surfing, and it did just fine. But that was a gamble I was willing to take. I don't know if I would be willing to take it with this particular watch. The case back, here is the case back with Uranus. There is Uranus right there, and or Uranus. Somebody told me that it's pronounced Uranus. Whatever, I'll call it Uranus. I heard this part actually can bleed onto your skin. It's just like a dyed thing. Can't confirm that, but I read that it can bleed. And Uranus covers the Type 394 battery for you to change. But if you're near a Swatch store, I believe they will change the battery for you for free, and that's really cool. Other than Uranus, the backside is pretty boring. All right, here's a side profile for you. All right, that's pretty cool. The glass is kind of a domed, raised box, if you will. Pretty cool. And let's zoom out and get to the measurements. Can I put this? Can I squish it and do the measurement thingy? Let's just doesn't wanna. I'll just hold it. All right, here we go. Was center? How about center? Okay, it's center, kind of center. So for the case, I got 42 millimeters. I don't have my caliper thing, so I don't know where it is, but I got 42 millimeters. Lug to lug, 47.3 millimeters. Lug width, 20 millimeters. Thickness, 13.5 millimeters. There's the burp. And I'm going to put it on my wrist. So Mark and I were talking about this watch, and we deemed it to be a small 42. Some 42 millimeter watches are big 42 millimeter watches, and this one is a small 42 millimeter watches, which doesn't make any sort of physical sense, but it does make sense to us because we're watch nerds. Now, even though it looks massive on my wrist, in reality, in real life, it does look a lot smaller. My camera is very low. It does distort what it looks like in real life, but it is a small 42. The strap also kind of makes it a little bit pronounced on my wrist, but I like it. I like the way it looks. It's fun. It feels good. It's lightweight. It's thin. I think it's pretty cool. And now let's check the lume.
Check the lume, check the lume, make it glow. Check the lume, use a light, make it glow. Check the lume, check the lume, check the lume, check the lume.
All right, we're back, guys. Here we go. So I have pitted this Speedmaster against, or the MoonSwatch, the Speedmaster MoonSwatch, against other pieces that are about the same price range but different categories. We've got a fun kind of sports watch here. We got a slightly dressy watch and a full-on diver watch. So you can probably tell which one is going to win but we're gonna see how it fares up against these other watches. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the lights. Please bear with me. I gotta turn off many lights here, and I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna cover your face so you don't see the lume, and lots of noises. Here we go. All right, so we're going to get my little flashlight here, my little flashlight dilly, which I had in my hand. Okay, here we go, and we're gonna put ultraviolet radiation into all the things and get it going, and then, oh, I forgot to change the ISO to go a little higher to better reflect what we're actually seeing. All right, there we go. And one more time. Bam, there we go. Here we go. Seiko, whatever it is on the left, the MoonSwatch in the middle, and the beautiful Islander diver watch, the Red October, in the center, just baking away. So the Seiko and the Islander obviously just completely kicking the Swatch's ass, and it's no surprise because of the surface area that the MoonSwatch has is just not there. The Islander is just roasting away, and so is the Seiko. The Seiko's roasting away in that nice blue hue. I love that watch so much. It's such a killer little watch. And yeah, but the MoonSwatch will last all night if you're sleeping and you wake up in the middle of the night and you have loomed this up before you went to bed. You will most likely see it. You'll see the Islander one way more, as well as the Seiko. But here we go, and that's the end of the lume section. Anyway, guys, final thoughts. I really dig this watch. I would probably opt to get the Mission to Saturn, as I love the colorway, and the Saturn is on the bottom of the sub-dial. So cool. I might get one. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I also have so many other things to fix and take care of. I'm gonna have to sell a bunch of watches to do that. Maybe someday. I don't know. I'm not sure. If you're in the market for a fun yet kind of expensive quartz watch, this one might be the one. I respect this watch a lot. Oh, I'd also like to thank Wolfgang Steino for your kind donation. I did notice, and I thought about you a lot these past few weeks. I see you, and I appreciate you, Wolfgang. Thank you so much. Much love. And anyway, let's see what the boys have to say. Hey, boys, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? What do you guys think about this watch? Kurt, first of all, why did you cut off the video at the beginning of the video? I'm really upset that you did that. You killed my joke. Well, you know, Uncle Jimmy, there's a lot of... I get people are just sick of those jokes by now. You know what I mean? Yeah, what it was. What do you think about the watch? Well, so I think the Mission to Blue Starfish is pretty cool. A little expensive, but if you buy it, it'll all work out in the end. Oh my god. I myself prefer the Mission to Mercury Lincoln Cougar. What? Okay, Ted, what about you? Okay. The Mission to Uranus is a visual and tactile cornucopia of sensations. I feel it is a playful yet serious representation of its hot Omega relative, and like other variants in this lineup, would be a wonderful addition to anyone's horological gathering. Yeah. What? Why you gotta be all of that? Huh? Where did all those words come from? My face. Well, I hate your face. It's okay. Okay, well, thanks, boys, for the input, and to the audience. I'm glad you could come and visit Minitwatch. May your peanut be happy, and thanks for swatching. Yeah.